Ladies and gentlemen, this is Kagekaze, and what you're looking at right here is not Diablo 3. In fact, this is Runic Games' answer to the Diablo series in Torchlight. Torchlight 2, as a matter of fact. In fact, Torchlight 1 was created by the co-creators of Diablo 1 and 2, so that's why there's a lot of very similar elements there, but it is its own game, and I've heard it's pretty good. I only played the beta for Torchlight 1, or not the beta, I played the demo. So I didn't get too far in the first Torchlight, but I thought it was pretty good. But I was still waiting for Diablo 3. Torchlight 2 here, I've been kind of waiting to come out because I've been interested in playing it, but beta is not easy to get into. In fact, they've said they're doing kind of a small internal beta, but hey, we've got a beta weekend going on right now, and a lot of people are probably not getting into it just because they're probably playing Diablo 3. But honestly, I wanted to come in and take a look at it. The best part about this game is it's only like 20 bucks on Steam. So we're looking at, a game similar to the Diablo style, if that's the kind of game you want, a point and click hack and slash. But it's on a budget, which is great. Not to say that the game itself is going to have any less quality because it's a budgeted title. It just means that is going to be a major selling point for some people because they won't have to sit there and shell out 60 bucks. So, having only played the demo, and I haven't even kept up with Torchlight 2 at all. I really don't know anything about the game, so we're going to look into this for the first time for me. And kind of like what I did for Diablo 3 when I got into that beta. So we'll look at here and see what we've got, and you're going to basically walk with me as I go through the game the first time. So we've got 4 classes here, and much like Diablo, you can choose from male and female classes characters here. The 4 types are pretty recognizable, at least for 3 of them, and then you've got one that throws a monkey wrench into the works. That's as far as I know so far. So we'll start out here with the archetypal mage. This is the Ember Mage, as you can see, trained in the arcane arts. Ember Mages employ a variety of elemental spells to deadly effect. Next, we have the Berserker, the melee person of the group. Brutal and swift, Berserkers call upon powerful beast magic to augment their deadly combat skills. Look at him. He's itching for a fight. Well, here we have the Outlander. This is Torchlight's version of the Ranger, your ranged character, only he uses guns instead of those pitiful bow and arrows. Why would you need bow and arrows when you have ammunition? So he's versed not only in arcane arts but also ancient pacts. Outlanders wield guns and magic with equal skill. So that sounds kind of cool. I mean, you can already see where you've got comparisons to Wizard, Barbarian, Demon Hunter, or of course, these are standard archetypal characters. So not uncommon to see them here. What is a little uncommon here, though, is we have the Engineer, equipped with Ember-powered weapons and armor. Engineers keep the frontier in working order. This is the class I think I'm kind of interested in trying out, simply because he is the one that's a little unusual. I really don't know what to expect from him. I mean, I know what to expect from a caster, a melee, and a ranger. I don't know what to expect from an engineer. What's nice here is we'll go ahead and I'll show you the female models. There's our female Ember Mage, Berserkers, Outlanders, and Engineer. Now, the beautiful thing is that much like other MMOs like World of Warcraft and such, you can choose your face, hair, and hair color. So, different faces to choose from. And apparently the face also changes what skin tone you have. A little unusual. And, of course, different hairstyles, which is pretty cool. And hair color. Of course, you can just look at the Berserker here. What kind of concerns me a little bit is one of the things I noticed here is it's a very skimpy outfit, and the female model is a little chesty. Oh, well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do an Engineer, and I'll go ahead and make it female. Let's randomize a bit. That's not too bad. I'm going to go with, what the heck? I've got a Japanese name. Can I get a blonde? Yeah. I'll go with a Japanese type character. We'll do Winry. And what's interesting here is I can actually change my map icon color. Interesting. What I want to be? I guess I'll be purple. I kind of like purple. Alright, so basically I've rolled the dice, got what I want. I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. And apparently I can name my pet. That's left over from last time. So what have I got? I can not only name it, but I can choose it. I wonder if there's a difference. If I remember right from Torchlight 1, the pet really... now, I know the pet could fight with you, and there were certain scrolls and foods and whatnot that you could feed to your pet to give him temporary transformation abilities and to help you in the fight. But I believe the pet was more to augment you as far as carrying items for you and helping you to sell items while you're in the dungeon. Much like the Cauldron of Jordan did back in the Diablo 3 beta, where you could just basically sell items on the field. The difference here is that you had a cooldown where the pet had to run away and go back to town in order to sell. So, you know, I'm not really sure what kind of... Bird. Well, these are some pretty interesting pets. I'm really not sure what I want to pick. I'll just go with a wolf, I guess. And apparently there is an appearance tab that I can change. As you can see here, I can cycle through. Like, let's look at the bird. Look at that. Bunch of different kind of colors. I'm going to pick myself a dog. And for all intents and purposes, I'll just call him Ed. Alright, so, unlike Diablo series where you play through each difficulty mode to unlock the next, you are given 4 choices right away, and Hardcore mode is open right at the gate. Hardcore mode means death is permanent, much like you would expect out of Diablo, or a game just like it. So, you go in, you die, you're done. So, they've got a couple modes here. Casual is great for players of all ages who favor fun action without deep challenge. Normal is the best for first-time players, presents a wide range of challenge without requiring in-depth knowledge of the game. Veteran mode is intended for players familiar with Torchlight. If the challenges become too difficult, you may need to take extra time to improve your character's abilities. And then there's Elite for advanced brave players. Monsters are significantly tougher, you may die often, your adventure will likely take more time than others. So, this is kind of difficult for me because I am kind of new to the whole Torchlight thing. I kind of want to do normal, but I'm kind of interested in the veteran challenge. You know what? Let's go ahead and do veteran, just because I have played a few of these games before. You'll notice for this beta, for the weekend, LAN and single player are both disabled. I have to do it over the internet. But what I'm going to try and do here is let's go ahead and I'm going to create a game of my own. And basically it looks like it doesn't matter because I can choose a difficulty here. So I'll choose veteran. I really don't care about the max number of players. I'll leave that alone because what I want to do is I'm going to put a password on it. So I'll just call it my name. What the heck? And here we go. Let's see if anyone cracks that.
Beneath Torchlight, a darkness gathered. 3 heroes confronted the beast called Ordrak.
Actually, I'm going to go ahead and skip the cutscene. You can find that online. Oops, there was a tip there and I completely missed it. Okay. Okay, so you can drop a potion to heal or restore mana of your pet. Shift Z is for the best health, Shift X is for the best mana. So he has a health and mana pool of his own. That's kind of cool. So that's kind of like a follower back in, or a hireling back in Diablo 2. You would have to basically give them potions. I can't do that yet. Switch pet to be aggressive, defensive. So he's currently defensive. I can make him passive, so that's kind of cool. So it looks like we have a hotbar oriented game. I'm guessing that's left mouse button and that's right mouse button. Flame hammer, burning swing your weapons, crushes foes it strikes. Flaming splinters seek out after enemies and ignite them. With enough charge built up, additional blasts are created at greater range at the cost of 1 charge. So, 16 mana, 68% of my weapons DPS, and a chance to burn. And it's got ranks. So, let's see, if I hold shift... Okay, there's my attack. Okay. So this is apparently my left click. Yes, it is. Okay, this is my left mouse button. I've got it set to a normal attack. This is my right mouse button. Apparently I can have an alternate ability on my Yeah, no, I don't have anything to choose from. Okay, so let's take a look at what we've got here. I've got a pet panel. We've got a tag, a collar, 2 pet tag slots, it looks like, in one collar. Shows his damage. What has he got? Armor, resistance to elements. That's pretty cool. And he does have equipment here. Consumables, spells. A shopping list, huh? I can actually tell him to go shop, huh? That's pretty cool. Potion, health, mana, identify scrolls, town portal scrolls. So yeah, they've pretty much stuck to the old Diablo 2 formula of giving you town portals and identify scrolls. Nothing wrong with that, obviously. Just keep in mind, every time I mention Diablo, it's not a mark against this game. It's the fact that this game was based off of Diablo originally, especially by the main creators. So I've got kind of a bar here. This is my engineered charge bar. Gains charges by damaging enemies up to the maximum of 5 charges. If charges are available, certain skills like Flame Hammer will consume a charge to significantly increase power. Some skills consume all available charges, while others help to gain charges more rapidly. Charge will decay after a period of inactivity. So that is almost like, it's interesting. That is a combination combo bar and rage meter. You know, think of rage from a barbarian or a warrior from WoW, combo bars from like rogues and things like that. Okay, so X and Z. So Z is for my health potions, X is for my mana potions. Holding shift makes my pet consume 1. Alright, so I don't know what my keys are. I is obviously in my inventory. Yep, there it is. Inventory, I have skills, I have quests. Interesting. Okay, Blitz, Construction, Aegis. It looks like they've gone away from a skill tree. It's not a standard skill tree. That's interesting. So there are skills to purchase, but they don't have like connecting bars. So that's interesting. All right.
State your business. Glad you made it. You a new recruit?
Yeah.
Okay, so
You a new recruit?
not voice acted. That's perfectly fine.
What's your business here? You a new recruit?
Alright, let's go ahead and get this started. You guys have been listening to me ramble enough as it is. Some of you probably already know how this game works and are probably just shaking your heads, thinking how much of a noob I could be.
You should carry on to the Asterian Enclave, but you're on your own. Warn them that the alchemist destroyed Torchlight and is headed their way. He may be there already.
You have received a quest.
I've received a quest! Huzzah!
The alchemist will be headed this way. And if he passes through here, we'll be waiting for him. Someone needs to warn the Asterians. Head up the pass to their enclave. Find my old friend Commander Vale, and let her know what happened. The alchemist will be headed this way.
Alright, let's see here real quick. I want to take a look at the settings. How are my video settings? Good. 1680 by 15. Yeah, so everything seems to be set up pretty good already. I have detail. Render behind walls. Show tips. Show blood. Yeah, of course, show blood. Oh, what do you think I am? Squeamish? Oh, so you can turn off your helmet if you want. So, interesting note about that is, for some of you that may not have know this, Diablo 3 was actually going to have different customized options, kind of like you saw here for this game, where I could choose my face and all that. They had set that up for the Barbarian so that he had different features to choose from. And what ended up happening is that they realized that once you get higher levels of gear, you pretty much started covering it up, and they felt like it really wasn't worth having, you know, to basically, why have someone spend a whole bunch of time trying to make a character like that when it's just all going to get covered up anyway. Also, part of it could be that they wanted to free up some resources for other parts of the game. You know, why spend a lot of time on that aspect when they have so many other things they might want to do. So, it's not a perfect combo bar. It looks like, because one hit does not equal one of these charges. What does this tell me about charges? Let me see. With enough charge built up, additional blasts are generated at greater range. Okay, so let's try this out. Oh my! Look at that! That's pretty cool. It just... wow, and that takes up 1 charge. So that's neat. So I have a mana bar resource, and I can use these charges. Ooh, what's this? Light boots. Let me go into my inventory. It looks like I already equipped them. Looks like green is the magical property for this game. 1 physical armor, 14 health. Oh, I have weapon swapping, just like Diablo 2 had. Okay. Is there a key for this? W, maybe? That's what it was before. Yes, just like D2. Okay. Good, good, good. I am slowly figuring it out. Oh, let me guess. EXP bar, right? And it doesn't show me my EXP. That is a shame. Okay. Names for items on the ground. It's just a toggle, huh? I can't, okay. Didn't show me a shortcut key either, so that's fine. Stop, vile whatever you are!
State your business.
Alright, I get to select a reward here. 37 damage per second, which is better than what I have. Requires a level 2 or 21 strength, which I don't think I have. 2 armor pants or a tough varmint cinch. Requires level 3. It's a collar for my pet that gives him physical armor. Let's go ahead and choose it for my pet. And I've gained fame.
Glad you made it. State your business.
Oh, I can zoom in with my mouse wheel. That's cool. Oh! Okay, so the bomb appears, and then there's circles around it that apparently represent the countdown. And then it closes in. Oh. Anything over here? No. Do I have a map button? Don't stand in the fire.
You have become more experienced.
Alright. Click on the level up button on the left side to apply my newfound wisdom. Okay, so they do attribute points in this one. Alright. So... Vitality increases hit points, total armor, and the chance to block, so it controls all of that. Focus increases mana, elemental damage, increases the chance to execute, strike with both hands simultaneously. Interesting. Increases the so execute is a chance to strike with both hands. I'm using a two-handed weapon. I wonder how that actually fits into this. Increase the chance to perform critical strikes and dodge enemy attacks. Dexterity also increases fumble recovery. Damage penalty if an attack is fumbled. They have fumbles in this. That's interesting. Alright, increases all weapon damage as well as the amount of bonus damage done when performing critical strikes. Okay. Very good, very good. So looking at that, I can imagine like focus, like if you were doing a berserker and were dual wielding, looks like that execute chance would be something you'd really want. In this case, it looks like my primary stats, based on what they've allocated for me already, are going to be strength and vitality. How many points do I get? 5. Okay, that's... Let's go ahead and put a couple in the strength, a couple in the vital. What should I put the next one in? I'm thinking I want to put it in the dex. Wow, 73% fumble penalty. Alright. Oh, that's a little disoriented the way the inventory thing comes in and out of focus. Okay, yeah, I really like that. All I have to do is hit something a couple times, and then I can use this ability to fire off at a distance. So like he's just giving me a couple charges, and now I can just hit hard with that. It's kind of a neat system, actually. Okay, apparently Alt is the key as I was expecting to show items, so I can toggle that off and use Alt to see it. I think I like that a little better. Alright. That's standard Diablo fare for me, so... My pet's not taking a lot of damage. That's actually nice to see. I am taking the brunt of the damage, it appears. Take that, barrel! Huzzah! I am mighty warrior. I crush barrels in my spare time. Alright, let's see. What have I picked up so far? I've got a bow. It's got knockback on it. Requires level 2 or Dex 21. Okay, I think I see what they've done here, because if I look at my character sheet, my Dex is 6. But let me swap weapons and put this on. I can use it. Wow, that's got a decent attack speed on it. Okay, so I see what they've done here, and that's actually really clever of them. It requires me to be level 2, which I am, or to have a dexterity of 21, which means I can equip this either way. If I was level 1 with a dex of 21, which I don't see happening because it looks like you start at 15, I could equip this. So you take that to the farthest extreme. Let's say I'm level 10 and it requires a strength of 100. And if I had that strength, I could use it. Or maybe it had a level requirement of 15 if I didn't have that, so I just get to level 15 and I can use it. So what they've done here is essentially remove... This is the problem that D2 had that they've solved. That some items needed specific requirements of stats. You know, Diablo 3 solved it by getting rid of the stats. This game solves it by making it so the stats are important to use items early, but you can still look forward to having a level requirement instead. So if I don't want to keep point, like here, if I didn't want to put points in the dex, like let's say I really don't care about having a high dex right now, I could still eventually use the item by meeting the level requirement. So that is really cool. I really like that. I'm not sure if I can use my skill. Yeah, it looks like I require a... So let's try that again. So yeah, I'm firing here. I can't use my special, but if I switch it up and I right, yep, there it is. Okay. So that is pretty cool, and I can just weapon swap to do that. So, and I have nothing else that's better. I do have some consumables, I have some health, mana, a town portal, and an identify scroll. Okay, very cool. Oh, I have skills I can do now. Hold on. What can I do? I can only do this first tier. These require level 7. I can go into any one of these. So construction, blitz, aegis. What's blitz abilities? So flaming hammer, ember hammer, onslaught, leap forward, slamming your melee weapon into the ground. So blitz looks like the kind of the warrior type skills. You go out and you smash things with a massive weapon. Coup de grace, when you hit a stunned target. Electrical surge finishes the foe off. Supercharge, when you attack foes with a melee weapon, you have a chance to direct excess energy into your weapon. Not bad. And this is large weapons expertise. So yes, you're basically a two-handed weapon wielder, it looks like. Construction, let's Aegis. Skill with shields goes beyond defense and straight to offense, adding some of your shield's armor value directly to your melee attacks. Aegis Fate. Foes attack you, your armor has a chance to generate a defensive bubble. Interesting. Okay, so these are very defensive. When you use charge for skills, you regain some of your health. That's pretty cool. Wait, overload your armor circuit. So what, do you get power armor in this game? That would be interesting to me. See, that's where I'm wondering what I want to go into. So what's shield bash? You smash enemies in front of you, stunning them. Well, I think I technically already have power armor. Look at my backpack. Okay, so these are very defensive, this is very offensive, and these are constructs from the looks of it. Oops, I accidentally used a health potion. Alright, what do I got? Healing bot. Deploy a small drone, generates energy pulses, healing you and your allies. Strong defense. Your expertise with armor lets you get the most out of it. Increases effectiveness and reducing any damage that actually gets through. So, alright, passive armor. There are some choices here. Cannons, spider mines, gun bots, shock grenades. These are kind of neat. Let me see. Blitz. Everything only has one ability and a passive at the beginning. Let's go into the healing bot. I kind of like that. So, now that I've got that, how do I set this? I can set that up. Okay, I see how they've done it. They've gone through a lot of the old systems. Tab allows me to cycle between my right click. Alright. So let's continue to kill. I spent a lot of time talking and looking over systems, so you have to forgive me. And this is kind of, like I said, this is kind of a first look. I've never played these Torchlight games beyond the demo that came out, so there's a lot I'm looking into, and honestly, it's probably a good thing because I know a lot of you are out there that are here are really, you know, a nice Diablo fan base. So there's two reasons. That's kind of this other reason I wanted to do that. One, to kind of compare the game to Diablo for those of you out there who are playing Diablo who might be interested in Torchlight. And that's kind of why I'm also doing the comparison to Diablo, since I know most of you are Diablo fans that come here. Maybe I have a few Tribes fans as well. That's pretty cool. I like Tribes. And I'm hoping to kind of look at, you know, different games as I go along. So far, this is pretty interesting. It's got a... that was locked. I wonder how I unlocked it. I discovered a socketable item. Imbue your weapons and armor with new magical properties. When inserted, if you discover an item with socket, simply install the gemstone by dropping it into the item. Okay, so they do gems. I am level 3 now, so that my pet can wear this to give him physical armor. Give you a collar. Good boy. Ooh, venomous staff. 29 damage per second. Does ice damage. Gives me poison and electric damage. So this is 29 compared to my 23. I cannot use it because it requires focus 16. Or can I? Hold on. Character pane. I have a focus 5. See, now I'm confused. This item says I need 16 focus to use it, but I can yet equip it. I am a little confused now. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, it says level 2 up there too, but I don't know. So that does have a socket. What did I get? Did I get a spec? Armor and trinkets. Weapon does electric damage. Weapon does fire damage. So what does this do? That doesn't do anything. Let's make it do electric damage. I'm going to swap weapons to the bow I already have and put this on. See, that requires 20 dex, and I don't quite have that. I'm going to admit, and those of you who know Torchlight might be able to educate me on this, that I don't understand why items that tell me that they have a requirement of a certain amount indeed do not actually require me to have that amount to use them. I'm actually using it even though it said it had a requirement. So one thing I'm noticing is there's a debuff bar above the enemy's health bar up here when I hit them, showing me that I'm electrocuting them apparently. Okay, you found a spell scroll. In the spells tab of your inventory, you can right-click on the scroll or drop it onto one of your spell slots to learn it, and you gain a new ability. You can also teach your pet spells by dropping them onto the appropriate slots in their inventory. So... I like that. My little drone just keeps following me. I don't have to recast it. What happens if I do, though? Ah, it destroys the original. Okay, understandable. So, let me look here at spells. Okay, I have 1, 2, 3. It looks like I have 4 spell slots that I can learn. So, Draining Touch. The caster draws life from any foes struck for the duration of the spell. I feel like letting my pet learn it. Let's do that. You have described a new spell into your spell book. You may now cast it as you would any other skill. Skills and spells can be mapped to the quick slots on the bottom of the screen by clicking on them. So, will he do that on his own, or do I always have to tell him to do it? I have hotkeys for potions and whatnot, so I'm going to do this. Can I... Okay, there we go. I can left click on it. But it's not letting me choose my pet skill, so maybe he does it on his own. Alright, that's fine. We'll learn, right? We'll figure it out as we go. Next rank, Healing Pulse every 11.5. Farther radius. So these have, wow, that's a lot of ticks. 15 ranks you can have in any of these skills. I don't have a shield yet. So it's a choice between, do I want to use shields or do I want to use... I'm basically, I think I'm going to have to go between 2 of these, so construction and either the offense or the defense. Of course, I could have gone with offense and defense and not touched constructs at all. More mana cost, more damage though. Let's do it. I'm going to level that up. So you don't have to have charge to use it, it just makes it hurt like hell. Nice critical smash.
You just get here? State your business. State your business.
Alright, so here we go, my quest.
I thank you for your warning, but it has arrived too late. This alchemist has already come and gone, and it was all I could do to prevent him from entering the Enclave. As it was, many Astharians were injured, and since the confrontation, several more have become ill. We are not sure what is causing it. After his assault failed here, the alchemist carried on southward toward the temple steps. Commander Vale and her vanquishers arrived a short while later and pursued him, hoping to prevent further damage.
Is my pet just randomly activating his skills? We're not even in combat. Alright, let me see. Ooh, here we go. Level 3 or strength 24. So it looks like not everything has a level requirement or a strength requirement. What is that? That requires level 6 or strength 30. I'm not pumping that much into my strength, so probably not, even though it's more DPS. Ooh, interrupt chance on that. What about this? This one does a little bit more. Has slight bleed to it. I believe... Okay, yeah, this is two-handed, this is one-handed, that's why that's more. So let's go ahead and do that.
Commander Vale believes that the alchemist might attack the Wellspring Temple in an attempt to reach the Guardian of Water. For what nefarious purpose, I am afraid to speculate. There has been no word from either Vale or the Guardian. Scout the Wellspring Temple and determine if the Guardian of Water is in any danger.
Aye, you got it, sir.
Received a quest.
Really, is it going to tell me that I've received a quest every time I get a quest?
Welcome, friend.
Okay, right-clicking still equips it, so... Shift-click to sell. Okay, that's kind of going back to the D2 stuff. That's fine. Two-handed polearm with 26. No. Go ahead and equip that. Sell that. It's 31 DPS. Yeah, so... Sell. Sell, sell. Amulet. Electric resistance. And this gives me additional fire resistance, so let's just do that. Oh, I already have one. What does that got? 5 fire, 2 mana? So this gives me more fire. Okay, let's do that then. Alright, looking good. So, what have you got? Wow, expensive. 1,200. Okay, let's forget that. You know what's going to drive me a little crazy here is every time I slide something here, the screen slides back and forth with it. I'm so used to just being able to bring up a box and it not pushing my whole screen to the side. You know, if I do that, it centers it a little, but that's very disoriented. Okay, so they've taken a page from Diablo as well with a shared stash, and it looks like you have a personal stash. So it's not just one shared stash, you have your own. This is for my character, this is for all my characters. So that means you can still mule if you want. You can basically create a bunch of characters, mule them with what they're holding, use their stash, and then use the shared stash. Understandable considering that the shared stash appears to be rather small. My pet inventory. My pet is carrying light boots on him. As for whatever reason, I don't know. Can I tell him to go and sell to kind of demonstrate that? I think that's what that home button does. Ah, they give you target dummies. That's cool. Alright. Enough tomfoolery.
You a new recruit?
We move. I carry my hammer. The massive hammer. Okay, this is good. I was a little concerned when I saw a skill tree about respecs, and it looks like they'll let you do it. And okay, so yeah, they gave me one skill, so I could come here. If I didn't want to have this skill, I could just come here and reset skills, get my 3. You may only reclaim skill points while your character is of level 10 or below. Okay, so that's kind of a double-edged sword for me. So that means until I'm level 10, I get to experiment, but, you know, which is good because, again, they give you that one skill point that maybe you didn't want to spend.
How may I help?
But at the same time, it means after level 10, you're stuck with what you make. And it looks like it's only skill points, so I'll go ahead and I'll try it. So, for example, my character skill points, those don't get reset. Only my actual skills here. So I'm going to go ahead and go 1, 1, and 1. Let's do that, shall we? And there we go. Actually, you know what? I'm going to make 1. There we go.
Glad you made it.
I like his armor. like his look. I actually kind of like the look of this game in general. This is really what, you know, your cartoon graphics are going to look like. But you know what? It's very stylized. It's very nice. It's kind of how I like Team Fortress 2 graphics. You know, that is definitely a very cartoonish, but it looks good, and it fits the setting very well. Alright. So I gotta grab some armor schematics at the temple steps.
You have a new quest.
Really? Please, tell me more.
You a new recruit?
No, I'm an old recruit. I'm a very old recruit, actually. Okay, so that's odd. I went to the lower right to teleport out, and I ended up in the upper right. Okay. Which way do we go? Let's go this way. Come along. Hello. Hello. Shattered? I thought it meant it shattered the skeleton. That was, it was like, cool, one hit kill. But no, I was quite wrong. You guys are dying pretty quick. Let's, oh, here we go. Massive attack of flame!
You have become
Alright, well, I've leveled again. I'm going to use a bit of my embers here because I can. Look at it jump. Is that a unique monster? Saw some stats underneath his health bar. Oh, I'm out of charges. Oh, but I didn't need any more. That just killed that whole group. Very cool. I do kind of like this charge mechanic where I build up charges to make my spells perform better. That's really cool, if you ask me. I mean, that's, which you probably didn't, but I'm telling you anyway. That means you can essentially, you know, you've got your spells that you normally use, and then you can just, you know, go without using a spell for a little bit to make it a little more powerful. So I can decide, do I want to just use some normal attacks? And oh, I see what the shattered is. That shattered means I broke his shield.
How may I help?
What are you looking for?
How may I help?
The tranquil sensor would put them the rest again. If only I had not dropped it. Are you sure you cannot find it? Alright, well, let's look for it.
I set off a trap.
Ah! Thanks for warning me about that. How did you get up there? Come back down here. Oh, I see. Way up here. Hello. Goodbye. Hello. Yet again. Got a little out of me. I was watching Simon and Lewis on the Yogscast playing Diablo 3. They are amusing to listen to. Funny blokes.
I need your help.
This be the human, the other. Speaking of, I'm glad to have met you. I have been sent on a quest by Grand Regent Eldrin to recover the scroll of Amon Irek. Amon Irek! I'm on it! Stored in a vault in the corrupted crypt here. Unfortunately, Strumberonum? Okay. Have already entered the crypt, and I have been unable to get past them. Can I ask you to attempt to retrieve the scroll? I will wait here in the path of the honored dead for your return. Should you succeed, I will see what I can do to provide with some equipment more fitting of a hero of your stature. My stature is pretty low, really.
You have received a quest.
Can I get something befitting someone a little higher stature, please? Okay. Alright then. Let's do it. Oh, wait. Oh, go back. Go back. That was kind of neat. I liked that, how that showed that. Yeah, cool. That tells you roughly what level you should be to enter this. Level 4 to 5. And it tells you what quest is associated with it. So that's kind of neat. They give you a little interface blip there to tell you what's going on. Ooh, my recording rate has kind of dropped here to around 20 frames. I don't know. There's a lot of smoke, fire, and brimstone here. I'm not sure exactly what's causing that. Alright, hit hop back up. We're good. Alright, health is low. Let's use my bot. My pet seems to be doing fine. Oh, it shows his spell is active. Very good. Knuckle dusters, cool. I feel like I should be constantly using two-handed weapons based on my skill set. Oh, hello! Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Heal me up, bot, heal me up! Don't die, Ed! I'll save you! Oh, my bot heals me. Cool. Trap chest. Nice. Alright, well, let's see what I got. I got some ring gloves, which have the same armor as the ones that I already have. Do they look any different? They do. I kind of like those a little better, so I'm going for looks. Let's go ahead and open up my pet, because what I want to do is I want to send him to sell something to kind of show it off. Okay, this gives me increased magic find. Cool, magic find returns! It's part of a set, though. 3 pieces, all damage taken reduced. Ghastly boots. Item, set item, rare boots. That's kind of cool. Let's wear it. Hold on, let me look. Interesting looking boots. Alright, you will sell that. I don't need that. I don't need that. Alright, so is there a shortcut to this? Okay, shift click. Okay, shift click transfers over. There, I didn't have to drag and drop. I can just boom, 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 boom. Excellent. Okay, so send pet to town. Your pet will sell all items as inventory and buy any items requested on your shopping list. So I could go here. What do I have in my... I have 10 potions. Do I need anything? I really don't think I do. So I'm going to send him home.
Your pet has
And as you can see, I think it really depends on how many items you need him to get and how many items you give him, how long it takes him to return. I can recall him now if I want to stop him from selling, but I don't want to do that. Oops, I faced that completely the wrong way. Smashing! Simply smashing!
your pet returned.
Oh, that was quick. 136 gold from my sales. Good. Thank you, loyal companion.
You have gained a level.
Have I now? Tell me more. So, not content to go with the simple ding, the game has to actually verbally tell you that I have accepted a quest and that I have gained a level. I'm not sure I care for that, to be honest. I'm a little confused by the colors scheme that they use for items as well, to be perfectly honest. This is just because I'm used to WoW and I'm used to Diablo. You know, they used a very specific color scheme. And so the light green is obviously kind of magical, you know, regular standard magical items. This blue says it's a set item. So, yeah, alright. It's just kind of the very opposite, you know, I have to get past that way of thinking. So, what I wonder about this game is if the difficulty modes are going to be selectable right from the start, how the replay is going to be. This game is probably fairly, I would guess it's random generated, kind of like Diablo is. I won't know until I, you know, start playing again, making maybe another character, or leaving and restarting on this one. Of course, I could be on a very structured beginning path right now, that all of this could be very much the same. And it probably is. I mean, this is, you know, very much the tutorial area, the beginning area. The only thing I'm not too keen on is there's really a lot of questions I have so far about the game and how it works. Oh, get out of there. I need my bot again. Uh-oh, mana's low. Oh, come on, bot. I'm out of healing range. Come on. Heal me up. Alright, I got some mana back. Use some of these charges I built up. Very good. Where'd my pet go? Oh, he's back there. Go around. Okay, they're swift. Let's just play Ring Around the Rosie here. I kind of like how fast you move, to be honest. It's making it very easy for me to kind of move around these quick kind of enemies. And a few health potions so I don't feel bad for using one. That little heal bot is really helping me out here. I haven't really suffered too much as far as damage goes. I really should put some of my points in that I've leveled up with here. I really don't know what it's going to be. Oh, they put archers up there to hit me from down here? Well played. Well played. Come on, let's go. Don't need those archers hitting me. Got a few charges, let's clear the area. I'm level 6 already? Dang. This has been very interesting so far. You can see this entire corridor is kind of like a giant trap. These skeletons keep rising. I keep having to put them in their place. Uh-oh. Starting to get a little low. The bot is still up, so I'm not terribly worried. My pet is doing an admirable job of holding them off and keeping me from danger. Doing much better than I am as far as tanking damage. Oh dear. Okay, I found some items. Anything good? No, no. I don't have anything to slot, so this technically would be better anyway. More health. Crude cannon. Wow. Requires vitality 18. Holy crap. A cannon that requires vitality. It's got knockback, chance to stun. I like that. What's the damage on it? 20 per second. It's not a lot, but... So this must be this game's response to two-handed crossbows. Or, you know, giant bows, since the ranger class uses guns instead. That's kind of cool, honestly. Let's see here. It's 43, 32 compared to the 20 I just picked up, so use that one instead. Nothing else seems to really pique my interest here. So let's continue.
I set off a trap.
Undead, fast. Fallen Guardian. Alright. Alright, sorry about that. Brief emergency on my end. Let's find out what this Fallen Guardian is. Oh, before I do that, hold on. Physical armor, physical damage taken reduced. Let's kind of even myself out. Let's do that. My pet is doing so much better than I am. I'm going to go into that. Level 7 is where the next levels of skills are. So next level I can actually put some points into some of these. I could have held off on putting a point in. See, that's kind of where skill trees get tricky. If I would have waited, I could have possibly put points into both of these skills or both of these skills here. You know, I could have held off for 4 levels. See, this is the one thing that gets me about using skill trees is, you know, do you want to hold back on putting skill points in, or do you want to use them all? It looks like I still have some points left. I've got 2. I might hold off on that because I might be interested in some of these. So I've got 1 point in each of the tier 1 spells. Let's wait for the tier 2s before I put anything else and see if it'll let me really do that. So I'm guessing I'm approaching a boss of some point from that icon. Alright, I'm doing pretty good now. Starting to really hurt these enemies. So what I like that they've done here is, and there is one thing I've noticed about skills in this game that is nice, and one of the things that I was really happy that Diablo 3 did is that skills, you notice here, are based off of a percentage of your weapon. So even though I only have 1 point in this skill, if I get a stronger weapon, the skill will be stronger. And what they've done in this to compensate for skill levels, like for example, why have skill levels if your skill is always going to be based off of weapon damage? Well, in this case, they've made it so that if I put another point into the skill, it increases its chance to do something, for in that case its chance to stun, and it increases just how much of the weapon's damage your skill is based off of. That is honestly a very good compromise to the skill point system and keeping it so that weapons are still relevant. So this means that as you play, you will eventually... Basically, you'll be upgrading your weapons, your skills will be getting more powerful through those, and you can basically choose to upgrade skills a bit further beyond that. Oh, hello. That was a pretty neat attack. Let me try and keep my distance, and in the meantime, get some stacks of ember, or charge stacks here. Oh dear. Can I get past? Yes. Ouch. Okay, healing potion time. Oh my goodness. Okay, pet is hurt. Not good. That puts me alone here. Come on, keep playing, keep away. Trying to keep my charges high while simultaneously using them to keep myself from dying. Whoa. That is a neat ability. Okay. Ah! Quit that. Quit it. Bad Guardian. No, 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 no. Resurrect in town and lose nothing. Well, resurrect at the entrance of this area, but lose 192 gold. If you choose this option, your results will be
Your pet is
Hall of
fleeing.
Fame. I don't mind losing 192 gold. I'd rather not have to start over. Okay, that's all I lose. Okay, let's do that. So, as you can see, I have died. Oh, and it brings me to the entrance of the boss room. That's even better. Very convenient. I thought I'd have to start all over at the very beginning of the dungeon entrance, which wouldn't have been too bad, because I cleared most of it out. That hurt, though. That whole fight hurt. There are a lot of things here that are really painful to me. Wait, did the Guardian change? Okay, hold on. Health potion and get my build bot back. Nope, there's the Guardian. Oh, crap. I apparently have a unique monster on me and the Guardian boss. This is not good. That would explain why I was having so much on me here. Let's try and keep my... Hold on, you really have got to stop. These Shroud Wings are really hurting me here. Okay. Oh dear. Come on, bot. Heal me up a little bit, will you? Come on. Come on, what do I pay you for? Thank you.
Your pet is fleeing.
Yes, I'm taking a serious amount of damage from that. Let's go around. Go around. Get some charges up. And because I feel like it, I'm going to loot a little bit. How do you like that, Mr. Guardian? I'm in your base looting your dudes. Dang, I hit level 7 already.
You have gained in experience.
It's just crazy how many levels I've gained from this little spot here. Agaz Zaluf. Go ahead and throw down a potion now. There we go. He's down. Now, how about you, Fallen Guardian? You and me, let's tango. Tango. Tango and cash. I don't care. Just die. Death to the usurper!
You have completed the quest.
Sweet. So just give it back to the NPC that gave me the quest, and we're good. See, it looks to me that it's hard to tell who's borrowing from who here, because Diablo 3 implemented the stones at the end of a dungeon to get you back to the top so that you didn't have to run all the way back, and now Torchlight 2 has it. I'm not sure which came first, to be honest with you. They could have come up with those ideas at the same time. But it looks like in either case, if Blizzard took it, then that's Blizzard's standard operation. They see something that works well in a game and they take it. If Torchlight took it, then you know what? There's no shame in that. Simply because finding things that work and work well, that make the life of a gamer easier, is always a good thing.
My thanks.
Alright, when I sent you on the quest, I feared you might not return. Stirs my heart to see that my fears were unfounded. While you were gone, I located an item that might be of some use to you. Please take it with my blessing. And thanks of the Asterians. Okay, what have I got? Two-handed rare greatsword, which I do not have the level or the strength requirement. Let me see. Healthy columnist boots. Damage reflected with health. I do not have the focus or level for that. And I've already got a set pair of boots, so let's avoid that. And dog tags. I'm going to take the two-handed sword, I think. That looks pretty cool. You need either level 9 or 32 strength. That's fine, I can wait. Alright, quest completed. Very good. Now let's see what else I picked up. There's the sword that I can't use yet. I got an Asarian skull. Apparently this is a socketed item that gives physical armor and attack speed. So, very cool. Rare leggings that give pet and minion health and 2 to my strength with 1 more armor. It's not too bad. I'll go ahead and take that. Cloth gloves. Let me go ahead and zoom in as I'm putting these on so we can kind of see them. Cloth gloves with health and a socket. That's interesting looking gloves. Alright, here we go. A superior lumber axe, which is more damage. But it doesn't have the interrupt chance, which I've really been liking so far. So I'm going to keep what I've got. This one has more armor and some empty slots. What do we have here? Fire, ice, and poison resistance. Alright, very good. Take it. Ooh, interesting. This has 2 sockets. Still losing the interrupt, which I kind of hate to do, although I could add attack speed to it. It's only one-handed, though. I'm going to hold off on that. Let's see, is there anything else? Oh, I just want to see how it looks. See, and there's something here about, you know, that you can see about when I was talking about creating the character and what Blizzard said about hiding the features that you selected. I have, you know, goggles and all that, you know, hair design that I chose, and my armor is hiding it. Now, granted, I could turn that off. And in Diablo 3, you can technically turn it off by using Vanishing Die. But, you know, I can understand where they're coming from when they said that and why they decided to go against using that feature. You know, honestly, there's a good and bad reasons for doing that, you know, there's basically good and bad there. It sucks to lose the customization, but at the same time, you know, I would sit there and spend a lot of time looking at it and trying to upgrade my character, and then eventually realize, oh, well, all this stuff covers it up. You know, and even if I wanted to not cover it up, it's kind of a shame. Now, unfortunately for this guy, I don't know where he dropped his little tranquil sensor. I don't have a big map from the looks of it. Can I hit M? There we go. I do have a big map. And it's probably further along down the road. But I've already spent a lot of time here. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this video off for now as I go back to town to sell. And I might do a bit more recording and looking into this.
Glad you made it.
That's just an update on the current quest I'm on. This is an interesting game. It's not bad, honestly. There's a few design decisions that I'm a little iffy on. I do kind of like the art design. I think that's really neat looking. I really think people don't need to look at this game and compare it to Diablo when they say that Diablo has the cartoony graphics. Because a lot of people, the realistic graphics is the point that they really like. And you know what? I honestly think that graphics are only part of the game. If the game plays good, then that's the important part. So far, this game plays pretty good. There's some things that it's a little tricky for me because I don't know exactly how all these items work. I'm able to equip items that I supposedly shouldn't, simply because, well, here I've got the level requirement, but I was equipping items that I didn't have the requirements for. Like here I do have the requirement. I really am not sure on that. It doesn't feel like it's overly... I mean, it does its best to explain everything, which I like. As you can see here, there's advanced tooltips. So there's definitely a lot of good here. I especially like this whole idea of a dual resource system of where I've got this charge bar and I've got my mana pool. Although, honestly, seeing how well a isometric game like this can... well, this isn't technically isometric, but a fixed camera game like this can use different resource systems. I kind of wish they might have had used slightly different resource systems than just pure mana. But honestly, that's kind of nitpicking. Everything else feels good. I'm going to know more as I play it, but it looks pretty good. And I'm going to be honest with you, for a game that's only $20, it already feels like, you know, if you want a game that's Diablo-like, but let's say you didn't want to pay for Diablo, especially since this game does offer single-player offline features and LAN play that Diablo 3 does not offer. If that is a point of contention for you, which I'm going to be honest, to me is not, then it's probably very well worth your buck. $20 for this game. Seriously, I really couldn't tell you not to. If this were a $60 title, I might say, you know, maybe, maybe not. But honestly, it looks good. I want to play around with it more because I'm still very much a newbie at Torchlight, and it's going to take me a little bit to look into it. So anyway, this is kind of the opening part of Torchlight here to give you an idea of where I am. And hopefully you enjoyed it, and that I was able to get a little bit of insight there to you guys. I know it's kind of a lot of rambling because, again, I don't know anything about this game, so you're looking at it through my eyes for the first time. So, alright, thank you very much for watching, guys. This is Kage Kaze, and I'm signing off for now.